This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Thursday, September 1st, 2016, and the title of this rant will be, Will Trump's Hate Unite America Against Him? Let's hope so. So, last night, what I saw was an incredibly awesome display of oratory, and I saw Trump sealing the deal, super gluing himself to that base, that far right-wing base that has a tremendous amount of angst, of fear, of hatred, of anxiety when things don't have clarity. And he brought clarity 100% to that immigration issue. And he brought it with a tremendous amount of, they're the bad people, I'm the good guy, I'm going to come in, I'm going to protect you from all of those bad people. And the question is, did he basically seal the deal of getting everyone else in America to go against him? Now, when I watch that speech, I like to consider myself an amateur psychologist, so to speak, on the underhanded tones of what was going on. And in terms of that, there was no underhanded tones. It was explicit. It was in your face. And, the voice, the hand gestures, the redness of his face, the inflection of his voice at times, screamed out that he was going to be the savior of the white race, so to speak. And as far as I'm concerned, that speech will be studied by both sides for years and years to come on that psychological basis, because he put that clarity, and I said that right-wing base, they don't like ambiguity. They like good and bad. They like good versus evil. They like right versus wrong. And they're right and everyone else is wrong. And he put that right in play. And that's what will be, right now, will be his defining signature. And as I said, this will be studied for a long time. But I had some tremendous concerns in reference to, okay, so we have this immigration problem. Where does it really stand in the way America is right now? And it really doesn't stand that high. I mean, most polling is basically showing there's a lot of other things that Americans are concerned about. On the Democratic side, let's just say the progressive side, jobs, the economy, the minimum wage, taxing the rich, global climate change, lots and lots of renewables. Let's try and find some type of laws that will protect innocents from police brutality, education. So there's a lot of that. And of course, on the Republican side, indicting Hillary. No. But, there's a lot of, let's go against ISIS. Let's go against the Latinos. Let's go against the Muslims. All of that stuff. We're headed for World War III. There's a lot of shit that's going on out there. So there's a lot of, and of course, with the Republicans also, the jobs is very important. The economy is very important. So there's a lot of things that the United States, in terms of both Republicans and Democrats, have a lot that they can agree on in terms of just those two things themselves. But he's making this his signature issue, which will define him for his campaign and define him all out. And of course, if you say, since he's going all out, hog wild, against all the Latinos in the United States, which vastly outnumber, will he continue to go against all of the Muslims in the United States? And then will he continue to technically go against all the blacks in the United States? How can he tone down his rhetoric after what he said last night? What could he possibly say to tone it down to the Latinos? Let's get another thing straight. The blacks have already made their decision against Trump. He's not going to go into some black church and get traction from that. That ain't going to happen. They already know him. So how can he tone all that stuff down and make himself a viable candidate? All right. And, in terms of who will, we know that it's not going to affect the Latinos. They were already against him. The blacks were already against him. The East Asians were already against him, because those are our major minority people here in the United States. But what about white women? What will that be for him? Because a vast majority of Republicans want to do let's just say, comprehensive immigration reform to keep this thing coming out. Not, let's add some, let's make some definitive decisions, and then let's move on. Let's find a way to bring them all in. Let's make it inclusive. But we're not going to see that from the Republicans. But will white women and college-educated white men see Trump for what he is, and see that he is basically sealing everybody against him? Will this be the defining moment of the campaign where, regardless of every, let's just say, contrived, made up accusation against Hillary, because that's what it is. It's contrived. It's made up. It has no bearing on who she is as a person. It's all been made up strictly in the sense of this, of the both sides do it. Hillary is just as bad as Trump, and that ain't the case even remotely. But the question is, will there be enough, as I said, white women and college-educated white men who will make the definitive decision that after last night's speech, there is absolutely no way that they can vote for Trump? And will we actually see someone like Paul Ryan, that good Catholic, good Catholic in quotation points, will he, take the lead and say, we got to get rid of this guy right away, that we cannot have an election and have this guy in the White House? Will that happen? Probably not. But we'll see. I'd like to think that that would be the start of his complete downfall in all of this.